after the war, we stayed at Berkhamsted. My mum, dad and my youngest sister. My sister by then, as I say, she was that much older and she'd gone to work and she met her future husband. She went into the WAC anyway. And then my granddad was ill, who lived at Dockhead. So we came back as a family to live with him, for my mum to look after my granddad. There's my mum and dad and me and my youngest sister all in the one room and granddad in the other room because it was only a two-bedroom. Obviously when he died, me and my youngest sister then moved into the other room, and that's where I stayed, and her as well, really, till we got married. So I've really been in this neck of the woods. The furthest I've been to live, other than being evacuated, was Deptford. And that's just where my husband came from.
Okay.
And we do laugh about it because you always thought he was marrying money, because we had an indoor toilet and a bath, and they had no bath, which was a tin bar, and an outdoor toilet, you see, in a little house. Oh, you thought he was marrying money, you didn't marry money, you come unstuck. Yeah. But we was lucky, we had an actual indoor toilet in the flats, and a lot of people didn't. Yeah, and the bathroom was in the kitchen, the bath was in the kitchen, but it had a tabletop on it. So you just rolled it up? You just pushed it up against the wall and tied it up. And a great big copper by the side of it, hot in your water up, yeah. I can remember also, when I was a kid, I lived in the buildings, and we used to have, it's usually Sunday afternoons, you had someone come round and just stand in the middle and sing. And then you throw pennies at them.
Where was this?
Dockhead, I lived at Dockhead.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to come round and sing. And then there was another one who used to come round, the Vinegar Man, with Awesome Car, selling vinegar and salt. And then there was another one came round with like a little merry-go-round thing on the back. And you could have a ride on that for, I don't ask me how much, I can't remember how much, probably about a penny, I would have thought. But all that sort of thing. And there was always arguments and fights in the buildings as well. People having rows and fights. Not all the time, I'm not saying it was all the time, but when I look back, the buildings are still there where I grew up. And it seemed so big to me because it was built sort of like that, and then you had the big bit in the middle. Yeah. And that seemed vast.
So what was like a typical flat in that estate like?
Well, you went in and on your left hand, our flat was, as you went in the door, on your left hand side was your toilet. The toilet, and then it sort of went up a little bit, then there was your coal hole, where you put your coal in, turned to your right and you went down the long passageway, and on your right hand side was the kitchen, which was a fair sized kitchen. I mean, there was, as I say, there was a bath out there for a cook-off, and a boiler, and a table, and we didn't have, I don't remember having a fridge, I don't think anybody had a fridge then, but your cooker, and your other cupboards, what you had in your kitchens. And then straight in front of you, on the end of the passage, was the bedroom where me and my sister shared, and that was a double bed in that, and wardrobes. And then to your left was a nice big living room, and off the living room was the other bedroom. So it was quite a fair, it was quite a... I left school at 15, didn't achieve anything at school, I quite liked school. My best subject at school was running.
Running?
I liked running, I really loved running, yeah. And art. I liked art at school. I mean, obviously we learned to read and write, which there wasn't anything when I was at school that you couldn't read or write. You'd done it and that was all there was to it. There was nothing to say, well, you've got this and you've got that, and that's why you can't do anything. Right. You just got on with it and done it. Yeah. I don't think I knew anybody that stayed on at school after 15. We all left school. But you was fortunate then. Nobody had a lot of money, but you could go from one job to another. Yeah. If you fed up with that money, or you give your notice in, and on Monday you went along the road and went into something else. My wage when I first started was £2.50.
A week?
A week, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And I worked on the machinist, I was a machinist, down Tabbridge Road. And if you had a rise, you had half a farthing rise. That's on each garment, half a farthing.
I don't know what that is.
Half a farthing is a quarter of a penny, old penny. Right, so it was half a day, an eighth of a penny rise on each garment. Wow. And that was on a conveyor belt where you had to, if you wanted to go to the toilet, you held your hand up so that conveyor belt stopped while you went to the toilet, and then you couldn't stand around, you went to the toilet and came and sat down because you were stopping everybody else earning money. But then I enjoyed that work.
Yeah.
I was a sausage linker.
Oh, what?
With a sausage linker.
What's that?
With the sausages. You know when you have sausages and
Yeah.
they came out through the machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to stand and link them up. Link them into the, yeah.
Did you get lots of free sausages?
I didn't eat a sausage for quite a while.
Did you?
There was nothing wrong with it. No, there was,
Just
no.
a bit
No. It was just the fault that I was doing it. No.
Yeah, fair enough.
Where should I do it? Oh, putting paste. Armour Star was the paste place when, yeah. Paste into the jars. You know, paste.
Okay, what kind of paste?
Fish paste, meat paste, all that sort of
right.
paste. I don't mean paste what you do the wallpaper.
Yeah, I was wondering what you meant.
That, I done that in it. Then I done string, putting string, come through the machine. Then I done, I used to call that with the metal. And you used to have plates of metal and then you have to come down and it hit it and it would cut the roundy ring out. Tin basher. Called it tin bashers. I done that, yeah, done that. And I went back to dressmaking.
So a lot of factory work.
It was all factory work. Oh yeah, it's all factory. I never ever worked in office.
What was like...
I ended up working with children.
Did you?
My end of my career, yeah. Ran up Southwark Park in the 1 o'clock club. I've done 20 odd years in Southwark Park with the young guys, yeah.